What's up everybody, hello and welcome back. Day 10 is upon us, and with that two temperature drops will happen to minus 40 degrees. Right now our tents are at comfortable levels, so they will probably go down to chilly. There we have it, yep. And this is a low risk of falling ill, it's not so bad. We do need additional heaters now though for the medical post. Our coal mine and our workplaces now are better again, since we have now improved the heaters by 2 levels, or by 1 level. This will of course take an impact of our coal, but we still have a positive balance there. Now for the next research, since it is getting really tough there with the steel output, we need to push that. We need to push it to have more steel coming out. So freight elevator raising the output by 15% really seems important to me. So let's do that, improving the output of the warehouse. Those people here will no longer be getting the wood crates there, since we really cannot afford them to work in the cold. I can have a few of them though, and since the sick will be more plentiful now, let's also have another medical post. Right, and I think for the future we will then be able, to put them all into a brazier. And when it comes to my tents, can I overheat the braziers? No, I cannot do that. Though I can improve the heating level. The heating level for the braziers is, down here. So level 3. We're still a bit far away for that, because we need to send the next shipment soon, otherwise we won't be getting any food. Our scouts are still looking for it. Heating is so important, since without heating we get more and more sick people. I'm though pretty comfortable right now with chili levels there, since tomorrow it's getting better again. Oh, and look at that, we get a +2 increase there soon as well. Secluded village, a valley. Going further into the valley we find the remains of a grove. A large number of stumps is all that's left of it. Someone cut it down, and not too long ago we found some fresh chips under the snow. Okay, some 16 wood. And hot springs, that sounds promising. The next stop that we have to take, and this one here will be now then boosted. We are researching pretty well right now. I think a 3rd workshop would be so bad, since we can adjust that then always between the workshops and the medical posts. And I hope I got no engineers working there. Freight elevator research, very good. So we boosted that to 5.4 steel now per hour, getting 1.3 more steel out of it per hour. That's pretty mighty, I'd say. Lighter scout sleds I think is the next one, since this one gives us, lets us move 50% faster with the scouts, which isn't probably the worst thing. We don't have to worry about heating at this point. So let's go with the improved scout sleds, so my scouts will move faster. That can't hurt, because distances are getting bigger now, and scouts are important. Right, these scouts will reach now our settlement. This gives us more food supplies, very good. Bunkhouses is still far away. I wanted to upgrade, but because we have to constantly ship something at the moment, not a very good idea to do that. Alright, you can go back now to the windy beach, because over there then we have the shattered dreadnought that we definitely want to find. And since coal is really capping out, this is a really stupid promise. Right, let's feed them. The thing is, we do have some food supplies, but not enough. So let's feed them and stockpile some food. I won't address this right now. I just cannot do that. If you break this promise, the punishment is just way too harsh. I can further reduce though my workers working in the coal thumper. Oh, that was a bit too much, so let's get it up to 5 there. That should be fine then. Oh, and we have some sick here, so let's get +1 here for that. Medical ones, that is fine. And I would like to go with the next workshop. Let's have another workshop. We have quite a lot of resources. We can send the next shipment, and it's on its way. Emergency shift for the army warehouse. No idea if that is a good idea. I don't know why we still have 15 hungry people. That should be going down now. And the next workshop is ready. And we can already arm that with a few engineers here. Very good. 3 fully functional workshops now. That's going to be powerful. As we can see, the food is going down now, but so is my hungry people. We have some sick, but we should get also another shipment of food now in. Yep, not very much though. Oh, there's raw food. The hot springs, a gift of life. Amazingly, people live here, and not only do they grow their own food, but they're willing to share it. This enclave of life, clinging to a few hot springs, was settled after the Great Storm by people from a town which survived with the help of another city. They set up the hot houses here and planted the seeds, as they say, to pass the gift of life. They gave us some food as a gesture of goodwill and are eager to trade more in exchange for help with expanding the settlements. Okay. Alright, we can have a construction team sending it over here to establish a trading depot with these guys there. That sounds pretty cool. And we get a bit of additional raw food. So we will get now 60 raw food for the next day. And we have now opened up the trade with the hot springs. This gives us a lot of hope. And now I just need to know where that is. Is it here actually? Trading. Right, we need to have a construction team. We have the steel, we only need the workers. This gives us a permanent boost of food. That sounds just too good to be true. We have 10 workers available. We can now have a construction team. We have the resources for it, and let's send them to the hot springs. And this will give us then some food. Oh, this is really good. This is fun. We have a bit of food now again. Probably enables us to have the survivors coming over to our place now. Right, it is the 11 scout sleds. Very good. This speeds up our scouts tremendously. We don't really have much steel at the moment, so I'm actually inclined to go with the sawmill upgrade, giving us a bit more wood, right? Ah, well, I don't know. We have plenty of wood at the moment. Steam sawmill, coal mining optimization, some insulation. Let's have the medical post upgrade. We haven't had that yet. We can afford that. And we got a few sick people here. Right, we get a bit of food again. That's a good thing. And as we can see, we get now 2 days of minus 40 degrees then. Coal is fine. We will probably need a resource depot soon then. But for now, let's have the warehouse. And we're probably going to let this warehouse now work overtime again. Right. Construction team is on its way. My scouts have reached the windy beach and can continue to the dreadnought now in only 11 hours. Very good. Thanks to the scout sleds. Yeah, we got a few sick people right now, but nothing serious. We have improved now the medical post. That is important. And yes, let's go with the efficient burners. So my breezers will burn 33% less coal. That allows us to have even fewer people working in the coal industry. And allows us then to stockpile more coal, which we need. And also, let's have the emergency shift for the warehouse once again. So this content is pretty low anyway. This will allow us then to have more steel coming in, because we really do need it. Refusal to work. A man assigned to emergency shift has refused to work. Okay, let's have this single one not work that much. So -1 is still fine, and it is a compromise. Now, the sawmill here will be out of work though soon, but it doesn't really matter. Coal and wood is capped at the moment. Steel is the only problem. And where is my trading post? 2 more hours, then we can have a trading outpost. I'm really looking forward to that. And we have enough steel. Let's have a resource depot. Alright, and let's build it. And now we finally have a trading outpost, and we do get... Do we get something? Nope. Alright, it's just like this one. Just like near London, we have now the hot springs. Population is 35, and favor right now is average, but there's nothing else. Sir, our people rejoice at the news of the food deal with Hot Springs. We might still have to somehow return the favor. Alright, I guess we have to decide now soon that between the two of them. And hello, your people did a great job setting up the trading depot so quickly. Now we can start helping each other. We are sending you our surplus of food, and we can give you more if you provide us with resources. We'd be grateful if you could assist us. Alright, that's great. So, oh, we do get 60 raw food from them. That just sounds too good to be true. I have a feeling we need to ramp up our resources there pretty soon. The dreadnought. Between the scattered elements of the ship's structure, we find an engraved nameplate of USS Prometheus. So this is all that remains of one of the dreadnoughts used for Tesla City. A bit of resources, nothing else. Mirror Lake. Let's go with that. Sick is fine, thanks to the upgrade there as well. We're treating them quite quickly. We have enough resources left to expand our coal production. And, oh, we have gotten another scout team coming in. Probably not the best idea, because I was just about to open up the wood, but that's over now. Let's go with the coal. And those scouts can now continue to... Should we get the survivors? I don't know. Or we just, you know, get rid of the scout team now. But for that we'll need some... First of all, what we can do is we can send another shipment. Very good. And, oh yeah, the sawmill then. We'll need another sawmill then over here. But wood-wise, we're really fine at the moment. And minus 40 we have. Once again, it's chilly in the tents. Efficient burners have been researched, giving us another headroom there on our coal production. And yeah, I think 50 steel we need to wait, and then we go with Tech 3 on our researching. Let's continue to the Mirror Lake. And this one is still going to wait here now, because I'm probably going to disband them once I have the steel. There we have it. So now we can go for tier 3. And I can also now disband the scout team here. Disband it. And use the workforce on something more important. Minus 40, that's pretty harsh though. No, I don't think we go with the survivors at this point, because we just don't need the workforce. We commend you for finding another settlement and making initial contact with their representative. Oh, look into his eyes. He's already pretty envious. Their crops will provide a very timely aid to our food security. However, we have to remind you that all external connections and food distribution network are to be handled directly from New London. Immediately cease contact with Hot Springs and hand over the raw food you received. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but we cannot really do anything about it. People had enough conflict, sir. People are rioting. They refuse to follow orders from New London. No more masters, chants the mob. Enough is enough. A miner waves her mattock in the air. Bloody bastards, she shouts. They treat us like dirt, abuse our kids, and now they want us to just give up our only hope for survival? No way. People have dragged the office workers from the Outpost administration to kick them out of the Outpost as they stand. Should we intervene to let the clerks prepare for the journey? No, send them back as they stand. Yeah. We probably will send them back now, because this is enough. We do have the food supply from Hot Springs. And thus the administrators are gone, I think. You treacherous scum, your outpost is officially disbanded and you all will be tried for treason upon your return. You have 3 weeks to convince us that you've changed your ways and wish to remain loyal citizens of New London. After that you'll be hauled back and in manacles, and may God have mercy on your souls. Alright, so we're going to have another American Revolution here. Getting rid of New London there. Seek help. With the communications cut, there is no way for us to walk back from the brink, even if our people, if our people cool down and have second thoughts about the whole independence declaration. We can only prepare to confront what we must assume will be a punitive expedition coming from New London. For this, we will need much more manpower and resources than we have. So let's try to find more people. Wait, I want more food first. More people doesn't sound like the best idea. Difficult times, harsh words were said, reckless decisions were made, but we can't turn back in time. We should now focus on searching Frostland in hopes of finding other people. We could ask Hot Springs for help. Let's see. They want 50 steel. That is something we can give them though, soon. Nope, we cannot do that right now. Even though long hours of for the sawmill we can reduce that. Even though the sawmill is gone now anyway. And coal wise, we can also reduce the stress here a bit, I think. Yeah, it's pretty close, but it should be fine since... Oh, actually, nope. I want to have at least this one here working overtime. Day 12 and things are not looking good. Sawmill is finished now. A new shipment has arrived with 65 raw food. That's fine, but for how long will this continue? Can we now? No, I cannot still sign the laws myself. Alright. And the sawmill is gone. We'll need to build another one. Let's have the sawmill closer to these trees there. And steel is pretty much the most important thing right now. We no longer have to send the steam cores now, right? Nope, I don't think so. Steel is the most important thing. And Tech 3 has been researched. At least that's working according to plans. So now we can do something here. So allows to raise the temperature around the braziers by 2 levels. That sounds pretty good, but you know, temperature-wise, we shouldn't be in such a big problem at the moment. Troubles, so that should be fine. Gathering post insulation, the warehouse insulation sounds good. But since we do have steam cores now for ourselves and steel coming in frequently, what we can do is go with the factory. I think that's a good idea. With the factory we can craft automatons, and with those we can work then 24 hours a day, for example in the army warehouse. I think this is a good idea. Let's just try it. The warehouse is resting now, unfortunately. Mirror Lake, there's nothing over here, only the sunlight reflected, and victims colony. Oh, this sounds like, yeah, survivors. And good station. Let's go with the colony there. More people. Yeah, at this point we can afford a few more people, since food supply at the moment looks pretty good. And the administrators are back in New London, so we'll probably hear of them again soon. Are we free? Now that New London no longer controls our affairs, many of our people say they feel free for the first time in their lives. True, we lost our guidance and support, but we gained independence. We don't have to do their bidding, ask permission to cook soup. We can pass our own laws and decide what to do. There's a petition to change the name of our settlement since we're no longer an outpost. Should we do it? Let's do it. We're no longer Outpost 11. Lonely Wood doesn't sound like something though. Yeah, let's go with we are Sleepy Hollow now. And confirm the name. Very good. So for the first time we can also now sign our own laws. This will be pretty important. And since we do have, well, not that many dead people, treatment looks fine too, food problem is not existent at the moment, I'd say we go with the fighting arena. Because this one lowers the discontent and allows us to have more 24-hour shifts more often. Do we actually have children? Yeah, we have 15 children. And then we have the fighting arena. And yep, that's a good location there. Right in the middle of everything, we can have the fighting arena. How can we ask them for help? Communicate. We need help against New London. I'm sorry to hear that we're the cause of your clash with New London. If you help us, we might be able to support you later in your struggle. We'd be grateful if you could help us with setting up basic healthcare and building bunkhouses. We lack the manpower and resources. Alright. Search the Frostlands for other settlements. Wait for New London's report. Do we now need to send something over? Oh yeah, there it is. Right, so those are the things, the shipments we can have now with Hot Springs. So, a lot of steel and some manpower as well. That is fine though, the manpower. So once we have the steel, we're going to send that. Since we do get some survivors in as well. Right, and we get lots of sick, so I will probably open up another medical post here. Right, so all of them are in treatment now. It's a cold day for sure. In our little beautiful settlement here. There they are, the survivors. When we approach the palisade, we notice that the gate is ajar. We entered cautiously and see ourselves surrounded by silhouettes of people wandering aimlessly among the settlement's buildings. 27 workers. That's a lot of only workers. It seems that these people have lost everyone, everything in the Great Storm, even the will to live. We can try to move them to our outpost, but even if they agree, we will have to escort them back. Oh, I don't know if that is a good idea. Yeah, let's take them. We had to try some survivors, but unfortunately not all saw the sense when we proposed. Okay, not all of them wanted to go with us. That's fine though. And we still have the crumbling hut here. There are engineers. That's way more important than workers though. And we do have workers, right? Yeah, let's take another scout team and send them up here to the high pass. Food-wise, it's fine. Glad to see that. Coal-wise, it should be fine too. It is. And steel is coming more and more in. We have the factory researched, even though at the moment I don't think that the factory will be a good idea. We do need the steel. As the next research, I propose something that doesn't cost us that much. Steel. Infirmary. No idea. Heater upgrade. Oh, this is too much. That's a pretty good one, but temperature is not a problem for a bit of time at least. But yes, let's go with the infirmary for now, since we do have the steam course. I have the steam course to build one infirmary and one factory, and then we have a steam core ready by then to have an automaton. That will be a good idea, hopefully. But steel is even more important now. The survivors actually come in handy this time, because we don't have any people at the moment. So we actually do need them. But we will need to have more braziers and tents. So 3 more tents will be necessary then for those guys, so we can build that. Actually, can we have then another workshop here? Yep. I'm going to build a workshop like this. So just at the corner here we can then have a street. Or actually, we might use this area here for the factory. Yep, the factory fits in perfectly fine. So here we can then have a street going to this area. Righto. And then here we can have more tents coming up. Let's have 4 more tents in this area. And we can also supply that with a brazier. Very good, because now we can have then more another tent here, and here they should still be within the reach, and especially once we upgrade. And we will need a brazier here anyway for the workshops and the factory then at some point. So that's something we can do. We have 3 steam cores, pretty good. I think actually what we might do is now upgrade or go to steel right away. only for now. Yeah, that's 10 steel per hour right now. Because we don't need that many steam cores, it's better to get more steel out of it. And this content is not that high. I think we actually go with an emergency shift once again, because we need so much steel. It's truly incredible. And infirmary has been researched. Very important building then for the future. Now it's not looking that grim. We have some food. Survivors are coming in. But, well, we'll still have to wait about the answer from Yolanda. Stay tuned.